trading with them. Money flow trading system is fractal. Fractals a never-ending pattern. Fractals are infinitely complex patterns that are self-similar across different scales. Going on, you can hear me. So we're looking at the stock of PSF. Let's put on the previous high here. Break this down. So get interested in this. So then we pick this up. These blur together, man. Let's see. So 611 started picking this up. Where's that at? Where are we gonna get it? 6. Right here. Line right in here. So the stock of PSFF, A-Safe Limited, big pop. We'll see. Apparently, they were talking about it on what I heard. We're at 14%. Hold steady on this, man. I'm looking, where am I at? I'm looking for 17. But we're looking to get it at 17. Tons of stocks on the move today, Austin says. Yeah, a lot of stocks breaking out. So this one's on the move. It could easily pull back. It could easily pull back. Maybe it doesn't, but we're breaking out. So if I'm looking at the money flow, right, and I'm watching this one, and I've been accumulating on the stage ones, now we're busting out, right? We're going up into that stage 2. And so as we go into this stage 2, it might take a minute. It's going to take a minute to go from $12 to $17. That's going to take time. Money flows fractal. Fractals a never-ending pattern. Fractals are infinitely complex patterns that are self-similar across different scales. They are created by repeating a simple process over and over in an ongoing feedback loop. Driven by recursion, fractals are images of dynamic systems in the pictures of chaos. Geometrically, they exist between our familiar dimensions. Fractal patterns are extremely familiar since nature is full of fractals. For instance, trees, rivers, coastlines, mountains, clouds, seashells, and hurricanes, etc. Abstract fractals. So this pattern, you'll see it play out on the charts. What I'm trying to do is accumulate after sell-offs, which I use a couple indicators to kind of help me determine that. But ultimately, what I'm looking for is that something I think is underpriced, right? It's undervalued. We're trying to flip this, man. We want to buy some in the 11s and 12s and unload it when it gets to true value, whatever the value of this company is. I want to own less of it then. So let's look at space. What's up with space? Big move out of space this morning. Still up 15. Where'd we go last time? Right here, right? Well, let's look at it. What's up with space, man? So this is one of our core holdings, or at least it's one of my core trading holdings. This thing moves, man. Big swings in space, right? So where do I want to buy space? I want to buy these stage ones, And we got a false one right there, right around in there. And then it went down another leg, got another shot at it. Now, where's it at? Coming up on this previous high, right? What's it doing? It's coming right back up into that zone, right? And so if we look at the indicators on space, RSI is 77, dude. Come on. You got to take some money off the table right here. Fractals, a never-ending pattern. Fractals are infinitely complex patterns that are self-similar across different scales. They are created by repeating a simple process over and over and over. So as you look at this chart, man, you're going to see these fractal, these are just fractal patterns. You know, it's the pattern's the same. What we don't know is how long each part of the pattern lasts. Stages, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Come on, man. Come on, man. So if we're looking at this, where are we at? In real time, right in front of you, man. Right? Beautiful. Beautiful. So, it's beautiful. It sold off. It stopped. And it went sideways, right? And then what? It does that before it goes up. Think on that, man. So let's clean this for a second. Fuck it, man. You know what we need to do? You guys don't even deserve indicators. You haven't done anything to deserve indicators today. Nobody gets indicators. Just take them off your charts. If we look at this, see these boxes? See what I'm seeing? I'm looking for there. So I was trying to teach a class on this. So as we watch the pattern of sideways up, sideways down, and I'm trying to time an entry because I'm trying to trade it, I'm trying to buy it. But when I buy it, I want to make sure that where I'm buying at is below the value of the stock, true value, meaning I need a catalyst, I need a reason for it to go up. So I need to be able to somehow gauge that. And you could take a company like Tip Ranks, right? Let's go to Tip Ranks. You want to get something, you want to get a couple of them. You need somebody you can trust. This is a part of the game you can outsource, man. Now, you still got to read on it. You still got to make the decision. It still has to make sense inside of your stock portfolio or make sense for what you're doing, right? So if I look at Uber, now Uber is 25 analysts covering it. Now, they could be a little biased. Shit, maybe Uber does business with them. Maybe there's a reason for them to be all friendly to Uber. But the average analyst has a $72 target on it. That's 42% upside. So do you think if that's the case, let's just say that works. Let's say it works. Let's say I'm right and it goes to $74. Is that conceivable? You'd say, yes, that's conceivable. It could happen. I know, right? If you just said when space was right here, because a lot of people were DMing me, you think we should keep space? I'm like, yeah, I think you should buy some space. What the fuck are you talking about? Because price goes to where it was before, man. Right? Stops. And it does this pattern as it tries to discover what is value. So this company's value falls between, way down here and way up here. And inside of that, it's going to move, man. It's going to move in this pattern. You say, what if it doesn't? Then don't take the trade, man. Then don't take it. So if you sat down to play blackjack, right? You sat down to play blackjack. They don't go, are you good at this game? Nobody says that. Nobody even asks, do you know how to play? They just assume you know how to fucking play, right? And you may know how to play, and you know what to do. So if you're playing blackjack right now, which I play a lot of blackjack, and I know every fucking card, no matter what card you give me, I know what I'm going to do. Like, I've already played it in my head. I practice it. I think on it. I look at card sheets. When you hand me a card, I look at your card. I've already made this decision in my head before. And so I know when the RSI bangs like 77 coming into a previous high, what I need to do. I need to take it down, man. I need to get paid. So we already played that. So I want to buy when it's like this, right? So I want to buy into weakness. And it always looks the same. And I want to what? Sell into what? Strength. But I want to leave some on the table in case it what? Wants to go to, maybe it goes to 500. I don't know. Fuck it. Take it to 500. We want to play both ways, man. So there's no reason to get out of this, but you definitely want to take some off the table. GP, choose violence. I mean, I like doing no indicators sometimes. Just looking for boxes, man. Just looking for, look at this one. This was space. If you remember, I don't know who it was. I'm not picking on you in the chat room. He said, hey, you think we should get out of space? I was like, no. But I did get out of shop, so I think that confused him. But on space, when I'm looking at, this is a core trading position mine, so I'm always trading around it. And if I'm looking at this, it's going what? Up. And then we built a box, and what's happening yesterday? We're literally breaking out of it. This is a runaway. It's just going up. You say, how long is it going to go? And just until it stops. It still ain't done. You think it's going up now? Yeah. I bet it keeps going. Why? Because there's a previous high up here. Right? So I don't know if it does it today. Shit, it might pull back a minute. So if we look at like, let's look at Clove. Let's look at Clove. Does Clove get the money flow? Get up a little. So what I need to see, there's no indicators on here. This is just naked charts, right? So what I need to see is I'm looking for what? Sideways, up, down, sideways. And what I want to do is grab this shit when it's cheap. And I need a way to determine if that's cheap. So if Uber's true value is $72, anything below that is cheap, right? But $2 below is not that cheap. 50% below is pretty cheap, right? There's margin now to be made there. That's a little bit like Warren Buffett and them talk about safety of margin. And the safety of margin is it's quality enough company that it does have analyst coverage and they think it's worth more money, man. If the general consensus is it's probably worth more money, we understand in the meantime, there's news and wars and rumors of wars and shit go on, and there's interest rate and all this bullshit goes on in the meantime while it tries to get to true value, right? And then when it gets there, the closer it gets to there, the less I want to own of it, man. I want to downsize it. Some shit will just keep running. Like they'll just keep raising it. And Facebook will go from 18 to 300 and then 400 and then 500. And then you say, well, it was expensive at 200. Well, now it's 500. And at 500, it could pull back to 420. And guess what? 420 is now cheap because the new target's 500. You see what I'm saying? And so that game plays out. So McDonald's at one point was $52. Now it's $200, right? And so McDonald's, what about Nike? I don't even own this stock. Ooh, you better sell some. So where was the technical buy there? Look at Nike real quick. If you're just trading, right there, bro. That move right there, just burn that in your brain. Before it does this, it does this. Right? Go look. And what is that? That's a stage one. So the tighter you're playing the money flow, back it up. Maybe you're playing tighter. Boom, right there. That's the stage one confirmation. It's breaking out of that, going into a stage two. You make your move. When do you want to sell it? Stage three. What's stage three? Price went too damn high, man. It went too high. And then you get a reading. Now, our friend here, 80. Go look on a thing. When it hits 80 RSI, go look what happens. Here, I'm not making it up. Look, And what did it do? Drifted back down, man, right? Until what? It's set up again. Is it cheap at 128? I don't know. Let's see what they say. Can't tell by the price. Did they say it's worth 178? So at 128, so that's only 15% upside, right? But where was it earlier? Right here. It's your stage one break, man. Right in here, right? Puts in the pivot. Breaking. This one didn't even build a box. It's a fast mover. Boom, gone. But look, it telegraphed its move, man. Nike telegraphed its move. I'm not in the trade, but I'm just saying, go look. You didn't need to know some inside information. You just need to follow Nike. Well, there's your buys. They're all the same, dude. Look, this one over here was the exact same. It built a box, bro. So as we're looking at the money flow, price goes sideways, price comes down, right? Price goes sideways. We don't know how long these are. So you sit down to play blackjack and the dealer gives you a 5 and you're like, okay. The dealer has a 5. Well, the dealer's got a bust card. Let them draw. Right? I mean, you just create rules for yourself. So if you get an 11, if the dealer gives you a 5 and a 6 and you got an 11, and the dealer's got a 4, 5, 6, basically any number other than face card, you double that hand, right? These are rules around the mathematical formula of you know, game theory. What's going to make the most money? And you're doing the same thing here, but you have to have an expectation of return, man. And outside of this, then you got to do it yourself. Like you got an OTC stock and it doesn't have any analyst coverage. What do we do with that? Well, you just take that up yourself. Maybe you just trade that purely on the chart, you know. Like IDEX, it doesn't have much coverage. You're looking at IDEX, it doesn't have much coverage. But what's it doing right now? Going up, right? Where's our target? 450. What's up with Atos? Atos is stage 1, baby. Let's see. Oh, woo! I'm thinking of APTO, sorry. This thing. Watch this, though. I don't trade the money flow this tight. But you could, man, where if you want to move money, I mean, in and out, in and out. If you got a traders, you know, if you got more than 25 grand, you're allowed to do this. And you watch price this super close. Look, this is super bullish, right? Everything's on this side of the green line. This is a fucking runaway trend, man. Talk about this in the boot camp. This is a runaway. You let it run. So the target was previous high. That's why I take some off. But there's no reason to close it out. There really isn't any reason to close it out. I'll give you the exception. There's no reason to close this trade out because there's no expectation that it's going to stop because it's not. It's going up. So you just assume it's going to keep doing it. You say for how long? It could go to 500. It just keeps going until it doesn't. So I don't want to be the guy saying, okay, it's done here. I'm out. Right? Now, what would be an exception to that? I did that recently with Shop. Pull it up. Probably regret it. I wanted money. And I felt like it was fairly priced. I think most analysts think it's worth $14.91. Right? And I needed some money to do other positions, you know. And I was up pretty good in Shop. So I took it off, like totally off, the trade off. Why? This was a swing trade when I bought it. This was the plan. I mean, the plan was to sell it at true value at the previous high. And you say, why? Because I am almost certain it stops there. I've just watched the money flow play out, you know, over and over and over and over, you know, where it moves and, oh, you know, and some of them like this. Now all of a sudden you realize, okay, we're caught sideways here. These aren't money flow patterns. And then what? We break out of it, run up. Where do we stop? Previous high. All right, it's over. Down here, it was cheap. This is what Nike did, right? Nike went down, and then what? Price broke above the 5-day, 10-day, put in a little stop. So if we're looking at this, it did what? It's coming down and put in a little stop. Right? Price breaking above that 510, that's confirming the stage one. So now you can play that as a bottom, man. And now where's your target? Previous high. And where's the breakout? Price breaking above the green line, the 20-day moving average. Clearing it. That is officially the one. We are now in two. And how long am I holding to? I fully anticipate it goes to previous high, right? Which was what? Around true value. But let's say it don't line up as clean as shop. Like this one traded clean, man. Just boom, 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 boom. But let's say the true value is 40. It's even higher than here. Well, guess what? I'm banging up against the RSI. I definitely want to take it down. Maybe there's another $50 to be traded. So if we go look at ATOS, whoa, dude. Why is this thing flying, man? Does anybody know? I mean, I knew the other stuff, but it is still going, dude. Shit, just let it roll. Yeah, I have ATOS. We've had ATOSs. Come on, man. Does anybody have ATOS? Are you fucking kidding me? Sit here and write this newsletter. You don't even look at it. Look. Let me show you something. Fixing to fucking bill you. Look. See this? You see these stocks? Sitting here fucking writing for nothing. So ATOS, been telling people this one for a minute, man. Let's look at another one. AGN. These are up hundreds of %, man. I'm fucking begging people. I was giving these stocks out if you bought my book. Like I'd say, hey, buy my book, I'll give you my 3 favorite stocks. And I told my friends, I said, dude, you should have sent me $47 fucking dollars every time I do that, because the 3 stocks I'm giving you are going up. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, oh, you thought I was going to tell you them? I'm not telling you. And I need to start showing the fucking... Look. So work with me, man. What do you see when you see this? I'm going to do one of those bookie hotlines, dude, on the reel. I should do that. I think that's illegal. Remember those bookies? They were like, look, you want to know who's going to win the line between the Dallas Cowboys and the blah, blah, blah? Should do that with fucking stock. Stage one. There's your breakout. Where's the previous high? Right there. Okay. This is the pattern. So this is AGN, ATOS, right there. It's not secret. It's exactly what I told you it would do. It sells off, it stops, it goes sideways, it breaks out, it runs up, goes to the previous high, it stops, goes sideways, fucking stops. So now what do you think it's going to do? It's going to stop, man. And then I want you to notice something. That was not the top. What did it do? It went up for one more, right? It continued. Well, guess what? You can reverse this, man. Stage 4, look, that looks like a bottom. I would have told you, yeah, this is stage 1. They're building a box, going sideways. Look, it stopped here before. I would have called that. I would have said, this is stage 1 buy. It's exactly the Bitcoin chart, right? Go look at the Bitcoin chart. Man, you think I'm making this up, don't you? You guys think I'm making it up. This is the Bitcoin chart, man. You see, like these, it's a fractal pattern, man. This one you have to step back a minute and see it, right? You can see the money flow. Sideways, up, sideways, down. Now we're going sideways. Right? So if we're looking at that, that's what you're seeing. That's what you're seeing. I don't know that means it goes up or down. I'm telling you what you're seeing is that. And if you have reason to believe that that is cheap or on sale, and we can't put Bitcoin in tip ranks. That's the problem with Bitcoin. right? So if we go look at gold, what do we see? Pull up the GLD, baby. Uh-oh. Looks like the damn money flow, man. So where did we take off our gold? I said, hey, you need to take off all that you don't want to ride down, baby. Right around in there, right? Why? RSI was screaming, man. We got to start taking the gold down, man. Not okay. What? I mean, a minute ago we were looking at ATOS. Now we're looking at gold. What is going on, man? It's the same pattern, bro. Look. And I just rescued some people from poverty. Just gave you. What if we combine that? Ooh, take that down. Mad fucking professor. I've had people come in and go, dude, what is all this? You drew all over it. It'd be just literally covered in shit. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I was just doing things. I used to print these off, man. And I'd get rulers and I would draw the line and then I would draw the line, except I would take it back for years and I would just sit and watch. And I took back for years and years and years. And I would just take a pencil and I would just draw when I would see the money flow. And I would notice it would run into times where all of a sudden it might get kind of fucked up. Just kind of do this. And guess what? You could draw trend lines on that. And the moving averages would whipsaw and whipsaw and whipsaw. So as I begin to watch this, like this effect we started seeing in Bitcoin. That's gold, man. In Bitcoin, we started seeing that effect, right? And then it starts to roll over. Then you start getting divergence with the indicators. These down here, we haven't even talked about them, dude. Like, I don't even know why I'm letting you look at indicators to begin with. We should be on a naked chart, man. I'm not going to make it. So if we're looking at gold, it's below the 200-day. That is our tip ranks, man. Let me tell you what tip ranks is on something where there ain't no tip ranks. It's this yellow line. So I'm fixing to give you the secret to my next book. But I go a little bit deeper because it's a little bit deeper. It is. It really is, man. Look, this yellow line means the 200-day moving average. Institutions see this as below is in a bear market. So what I'm looking for is stage one setups below this yellow line. Now I'm talking stocks. I'm talking commodities, oil, gold, Bitcoin. Bitcoin's kind of like a commodity now, man. It's a commodity of human fucking energy stored in cyberspace. You could store in scarcity and value. Like buying a piece of the Mona Lisa or a little tiny piece of fucking Manhattan. You can just store it. Matter of fact, you could borrow against it. Can't do that with this. Well, you can. Just spoke too soon. So let's see if we see the money flow happening in gold. You see it? Stage 4 decline. Now we appear what? Be stopping. Do we have a pivot point? Yes. Do we have 4 days to create a box? Yes. Is price above the 5-day? Yes. Is it on extreme? Yes. Is the histogram showing that the momentum to the downside is over and now going the other way? Yes. The stochastic broke out, not yet, which tells me this is literally the box. Stage 1. So if I'm watching the money flow, it's that. Now you say, what if it goes down again? Okay. What if when we go up again? What do you mean? What if we go up again? You mean it can do that? Yeah. Just like it can go down again. Meaning the up, then the down are the same. They're just invert, man. So as you watch the money flow, man, it's bigger than these fucking indicators. It's the price moving sideways, then breaking out, right? And then if you get a runaway, it's going to do this, just like ATOS is, right? Sideways, now we break out, we go extreme, it stops for a minute, maybe pulls down just a tap, what? Runs again, and then what? Same thing. And each time you're getting these RSI extremes, what is it doing? It's just running away, man. It's just running away. And what you got to try to do when that happens is just let it be. The worst thing you can do is try to stop it. Some people get so scared of a runaway, they get out of them. Oh shit, it's running away. I better sell my shares. Seriously. But at times, you might make that call, you know, and you might regret it. Like I took shop off, but I completed the trade. That was a swing trade for me. I thought it was undervalued. I thought it was a safe layup. I thought it was an easy one when the growth stock sold off. This is a no-brainer. It's fucking shop. It's like buying Amazon. It's going to go up. If I get stuck, oh well. So it was a no-brainer. It was like buying Exxon when oil went to zero. No fucking brainer. It's like buying Uber here when we had the COVID crash and it went into stage one. You should have bought every stage one. So just like a stock can run away to the upside, it can run away to the downside. A bad stock can run away to the upside, and a good stock can run away to the downside. Oh, you didn't know that. You thought just meme stocks went up. No. Meme stocks go up, but guess what? Good stocks can go down or up. Like it's just the movement of price, man. And that pendulum swing, that chaos you're seeing that's it. It shows right there, man. And it just moves in these swings. It moves, man. And these indicators just help us put like a scope on the gun to look in and bam. And you go, man, let me catch Nike before it breaks out. Good. Use the money flow. Money flow catches all kinds of trades I don't catch. I wasn't in it. I wasn't watching. So when it worked, sideways up, right? Sideways down, sideways. Look at this tiny. Fractals, a never-ending pattern. Fractals are infinitely complex patterns that are self-similar across different scales. They are created by repeating a simple process over and over in an ongoing feedback loop. And here's the other thing. Not only is it fractal, but you can play with $10, $200, $2,000, $10,000, $2 fucking billion. You decide. It's completely unlimited. You add all the zeros you want to add, man. You could have bought 1 share, 10 share, a million, a fucking 10 million right there. There were 20 million traded the day, man. Probably couldn't have done 20 million. I got a little carried away there. Apologize to anybody that understands math and market caps. But you could have bought a lot, right? So we're holding ATOS. Back to my man, though. Let's look at other stocks on here. Seriously, everybody who's read that and you haven't bought my book, I'm shocked, bro. Go add up the money on this page right here. These are all penny stocks. It says right at the top, high risk, high reward. Pennies. So what am I buying right now? Vine bought 100 shares yesterday. APTO bought 100 shares yesterday. Why? They're in stage ones. Stage ones. So if you're looking at the money flow, do we see the pattern forming? I don't know. Do you see it? Sideways, big sideways, and then down. And you see how we got fucked up here? What happened? It lost the flow, man. But even inside of losing the flow, it kept the flow, man. Little micros, right? Many money flows inside of it, man. Look at the way they moved. I mean, if you just get really hammered down on it, right? Sideways up, sideways down, sideways up, sideways. See? Now what? We're going sideways. Have we ever been here before? Yep. We got support. Yep. On an extreme. Yep. Price 339. Histogram turning this way. Haven't broke out yet. It's 5 of the 6 that I'm looking for. Is the stock worth more money? APTO. Let's see. Damn. They say it's worth $11. So let's go look. Are these stupid analysts? No. Good company. Good company. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is $3. It's in a stage 1. It's $3 in a stage 1. It's worth, they're saying 11. Let's say they're half wrong. If they're half wrong, they're going to hit the money flow target, right? What's the money flow target? Previous high. Look, it's going there, man. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Fractals are infinitely complex patterns that are self-similar across different scales. So all I need is to find something that's participating and moving in this pattern. Uh-oh, look what happened. We had another leg down. guess what? You can have another leg up. My point is, this is normal movement, man. Okay? That's what I'm trying to get across there. So as we look at Atos, just screaming higher. 70%. Dude, I am pissed. I had 1,000 shares of this at one point. I'm down to 500. I got 500. So that feeling I just had will make you fuck up the money flow. You'll catch this one. You'll be like, dude, Gerald says sell 1/5 here. Bullshit. Look at the money I lost by doing that. I had a guy tell me that. It wasn't long before he came back and said, hey, man, I think you were onto something with that, taking a 1/5 or a 1/3 off up in here. Because sometimes they go real quick the other way. But when you catch a runaway, good. That's why we leave some in until we get a sell signal. What's a sell signal? Stage 4 decline, man. Right? So the sell signal is a stage 4 decline. That's when you want to be out of all of it that you don't want to ride down because it's going down. Now, what if my target is, what if I'm playing a bigger game? What if I'm playing a longer game, a bigger picture with inside the money flow, realizing that it moves and moves and moves and moves, and it plays out, and it's just moving around on this fucking chart, going down, sideways, up, oh, undervalued, overvalued, undervalued, overvalued, undervalued, overvalued. It just plays this game every day. The gold will just, the day you don't want to do the market, gold's going to open up, man. Gold's been there every fucking day for 5,000 years trading. Guess where Bitcoin's going to be? You don't even have to like Bitcoin. Guess what? It's going to open up at some price. And it's going to be exchanging. At some point, there's going to be a way of saying this is inexpensive. This is over expensive. But it doesn't matter. It's going to move in this pattern here. Let's look at PTI. Look at this. Right? So the money flow broke out over here. You remember we rode this one. What? Rode it up. Where's the target? Previous high. Bam, taking some off, some on the R side. Then what? Over in here, you got to decide. Are you going to stay with it or are you getting out? You taking some down. Why? That's the stage 4, man. It's breaking down. You know. So what would help me make this decision? Well, what is the value of the company? If it's still undervalued here, cool, take it down. We'll load it back up over here. Right? I mean, it just depends on what the long game is. What's your picture? If it's valued here, or if you got in on the stage 1 on the breakout, hitting the target, now you're taking it down. You had a successful trade. Go do this again with something in this configuration. And you say, yeah, but what if it kept going? All right. I mean, when you sell a flip house, it goes up in value the next year. Sorry. You sold it. Now it's worth more. That's how it works. Like trading, you got to get over that. You know? So where's the target? Previous high. Bam. Took some off. Does that mean I'm done? No, this is the next target. Now, what is PNT worth? Oof, 132. That's not much, man. Woo. That's not much, bro. So, what's my conviction level here? Maybe I want to take a little more off. Maybe I take a little more off, man. Maybe it's not worth that much more. I don't want to keep that much in it, but you know what? It might go. It might rip. So let's keep a little. But like, why do I want to put a lot of risk if I could be buying something on the other side? Like I want to buy after the big down move, start loading up, right? Not buying up in here. And by holding, I'm kind of buying, right? Making a decision on it. I don't know. Depends on. Maybe you think, hey, those analysts are wrong. It's really worth 150. You know? We'll see, right? Earnings are coming up. We'll see. So maybe you keep a little bit, keep 10, 15 shares, wait, see what happens. I mean, I'm holding I think I'm down to 50 shares. So what's going on? So SO's in a stage 4 just came. I know, man. We tried to jump into the utility trade. Let me take you through that. Tried to buy over here on the breakout. If you remember, I said, look, that's not that high, man. Target's not that high. And they're utility stocks. And I couldn't understand why they were breaking out when fundamentally it seemed like they should have went the other way. It turned on us, and then I closed the trade out as soon as it broke stage 4. And you can be like, well, you don't do other trades that way. I know. I don't do them all that way. I did this one that way because this honestly is a pretty high price, dude. Like I watch these companies. I study these companies. I own a bunch of these companies. I have a bunch of money in this. This pullback, I mean, seemed to me they should be pulling back, and they went to break out. So I put the trade on, and then when it turned the other way, I just took it off. We'll let this set up. I'd rather buy a good box over here. We can get back in it again. And matter of fact, a little lower, the target gets a little better, right? So that was just a fundamental adjustment and trading tightly, watching this. I don't do every stock that way, but fundamentally, I couldn't make sense of why they were breaking out. So when it broke down, it made sense to me. Not that I always follow that. I just didn't feel I was doing well. I've been killing it. I'm up like 30% on the month. I just didn't feel a reason to push that. Where's Tesla? Where's the target? Gonna run into resistance right here, right? Does this look like the money flow to you? I mean, right? See it come into where it was before? We call these kangaroo tails. Comes in, creates a bot. There's your first chance to start buying. Now we're playing this stage 1. It's tested it though, man. So the thesis was any of these stage 1s were buys, that we were building this position to sell this stock much higher. Going for a bigger flip. You might not want to trade it that loose. I don't know any other word to call that loose. Like maybe you would have got stopped out over here. You got in over here. It's hard. A big company like this, I'd rather add more, man. I'd rather build the trade up over time. You know, fully anticipating that over here. So like Z, you know, started playing it over here. It does more than one stage 1. All right. I'm cool with that. And totally cool with that. I think it's going way up here. Now, does anybody agree with me on that? All right. Average analysts, they got 170 on it. Okay. 170. Trading at 119 in a stage 1, which means I want to buy the bottom, right? And now it's forming this box. I'm going to see the first zone there to hit, and then true value. We may not get to true value. This might take a year, man. We might trade this bitch for a year to get there. Maybe not. Maybe it only takes 2 months. Maybe we go through a whole bunch of money flow patterns. Sideways up, sideways down, sideways up, moving up 10, 15, pulling back a little, moving up. You know, you see what I'm saying? Like this thing becomes organic. But the closer that stage 3 gets to true value, then the less attractive this stock is. It's really attractive right now because it's 42%. When it gets to be 8%, it's not that attractive anymore. I need to have money out of that, looking for the next attractive 42% if I want to roll it forward, man. And that's trading, like rolling it forward. And it's not trading in the sense of like day trading in and out. It's trading it in the sense of trying to play chess on the board where you're allocating your money. So why would I not want to take profits from, say, a space that's running? Right? What could I put that in? You're just going to let this go now, man. You take some off and you let it go. Where's the next target? Previous high, baby. $57, man. $57. I had a guy, I remember a while back go, you think this could ever get back to 50? Literally, I had a guy quit the trading group. He goes, I don't think there's any way this could ever get back. It's funny because I'm just now remembering this conversation. Because I held on to a chunk of it into here. We started adding it back on over there. Why? That's stage 1, man. It is. Sideways up, sideways down, sideways. That's a stage 1. Where's the target? Previous high, man. Previous high. So if I have a catalyst or a fundamental belief or something like that, then guess what? Tech gets hit. All tech stocks, not just this stock, all stocks. Well, to me, that means that stage 1 is an opportunity. There's another one. Now, payday, right? Now we start taking it off, right? Why? Because now we're going the opposite direction. Now we're going into strength. We're going into overbought territory. We're going into price too high. So I want to sell people my stocks here, right? We want to get on the other side of the transaction. So I would take some off. And now what? We just let it run. They say, well, what if it gets stupid? Shit, might be AMC. Take that motherfucker to 100. We'll ride it all the way up. And you don't need to ask, like, what do you think I should do with it? Nothing. Let it go. In other words, when you initiate the trade, you already have that plan. Buy, where's the target? Previous high, or this one was RSI Extreme, right? So we took some off there. Boom, breaking out now. Where's the target now? Up in here. And if you have a little left, take a little more off. Now leave it be, man. It might. Monday, come back to here, and then run again and make it all the way to 100 and just stay a runaway, man. So we want to let that go. That is a skill set, just letting stocks go. I let B&GO go last year for a 2,400% run, man. I mean, scaled it out till I got to the end. My 100 shares were worth $2,400. They were not $2,400. They were worth like $1,200. I bought them at 50 cents. Same way you do Dogecoin. It's not all in, all out. It's trading the money flow, man. So where's Dogecoin? In a stage one, man. Dogecoin is about to break out. You say, how do you know? Did it over here? Ran up. Sold off, sold off, sold off, sold off, sold off. Starts to break, right? Same thing. Sold off, sold off, sold off, sold off. And now what? Getting ready to start pushing. Tried to push over here. This is stage. This is super bullish. It came back into the previous box. So if you've taken any of my boot camp courses or anything, you know this is bullish. If you have a previous box, right, and it comes back into it, you're breaking it, is the most bullish move. Down, but then back up, super bullish. You'll get huge moves on that. We'll see, right? That's Dogecoin. I mean, I play it the same way. Where's AMC? Is that on the run? I'd just be holding. Take some off on that big move, and then that's it. You're forming a box, stage 3, right? Your pivot. Stage 1. Breakout, sideways. Now what? That's what you're doing. Right there. What is distribution? Shares are being distributed. Every buyer, there's a seller, and it's just kind of keeping price just floating up here. Just building this stage. You say, what direction is going to go? I don't know. I don't know. I know how to play Blackjack. I don't know the next fucking card. Right? But as this builds out, if you got profit in here, you better get it off, man. Or get it off. You're getting the indicators are rolling over. You got price diverging from indicators. Price is staying up. Indicators are going down. So, what are you going to do? Could I just take some off, let it pull back, put a stop right around in there, let it be. Collect your money. Oh, bitch. Let's see. What is the purple indicator? That is the histogram of the MACD. That is a histogram of the MACD. All right, man. What do we got going on? Let me burn through my trades here. I haven't even looked at charts. Just felt like teaching somebody about the money flow. Just felt like changing some young man's life. Giving him a tool. Let's see you all. Let's see. Silver, stage 1 setup. Yeah, I'll post. Silver, stage 1. Alt running. ALTO, stage 1. I'm not in this. Disclosure, I got out. It's on the penny stock newsletter, though. Over here. I'm out of it. I'm in all of these, though. So you know. I'm in all of those. They're in the newsletter. I'm in them. APTO is a buy, stage 1. Atos, just come on, man. The gift that keeps on giving. What's going on with Atos? My God. I've got 2 of these now that return has just been stupid. Let me see. Yeah, I'm up 886% in Atos. Price paid. Oh. This is one we stayed with. Nice, man. My actual price point, dude, is like all the way back here. Because we had been in this, took some off, let it come in. I held them, bought some more on the stage 1. Now we're running again. I mean, this one's just played out. Fucking picture perfect. Atos, geez. BNGO, I'm in this. It's not doing anything. These penny stocks can do that, man. If you don't let yourself get shook out, if you come over here and you look and it says, you know, hey, that stock's worth 200% more or whatever. They're saying that if everything goes right, this company could do well. If you use that and you spread that out, that's what this is about, man. The reason this is so many is it's spread out. Because I don't know which one of these are going to hit. But, you know, doing taco at $2 and $3, now it's an $11 stock, right? Engine, I don't know when we're up 500-600%. Then you might have one that, yeah, that's up 500, but this is only up 20, you know, or this is down 40. All right. Yeah, like that happens. But if you just bought 2 of them, you know, maybe you bought the 2 losers. I don't know. Like when you're doing blackjack, you can have an 11 and you say double it. Sometimes they give you a 10. It works perfect. And sometimes they give you a 2. And then the dealer draws a 20 and you lose. And that was still the right move to make, man. Buying that or doubling that hand was the right move to make when you're in a casino. So that's trading, right? What's up with Uber? Man, Uber's good. What the fuck are we asking about Uber for? Buy Uber. Stage 2 breakout right now. And don't ask stupid questions. Uber's an easy one. Like kids should be buying Uber right now. That's like Bitcoin. Let's see. CBay, here's another one. Let's look at CBay. $11, man. $11. Now, I don't know about you. Maybe you're smarter than my hawk. I don't even know how to say this dude's name. He's successful 200 out of 304 times. Average return 29% a pick. His success rate is 60%. He's got a $13 target on. There's a whole bunch of them, not just him, man. They're covering this. They all think this thing is cheap. What do? What if they were right? You bought all the stage 1s. Just nibbled, 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 and nibbled, and then it breaks and it pulls an Atos and you make fucking $10,000. Makes up for a few losers, right? What happens to $10,000 when it goes up 800%? I didn't do that on that, but I wish I would have. We gotta love space. So Clove is breaking out again. That's a solid move right there. Clove's going higher. CLSK. This has been a boomer, a buster. I mean, people crying about it. Look, build them up. What if this is right and it goes to the price they think it is? CLSK. $47. So people smarter than you, probably. Look at Amat Dena. Why can't I pronounce anybody's name? Average return 70%. He likes this stock. He got a 200% call on it. He likes it. CLSK. Problem is it's attached to Bitcoin. That's what's holding it down, man. That's a buy. Setting that buy again. I like it. CRDF, definitely a buy. Super bullish move back in the box. This is on my buy list today. What's that on that CRDF? Come on, man. 250%, dude. Say they're half right. Say they're half idiot. Well, the money flow target is fucking $12, so CRDF, no brainer. Crisp took profits, hit the first target, up a little bit. Had it here, had it on the breakout, go off. Just let it run. Already looked at utilities. Discover, I just let the stock go. I got 50 shares. It just keeps going up. So DraftKings stage 2 breakout today. Super bullish. Target $70. Target on DraftKings is $70. Now we're going to hit resistance and have an RSI problem around $60. So if you're in the green right now, you're sitting pretty because we're probably going to have to take some off right around in here. And then we're going to let it run 70 range. See what we're doing? We want to buy those boxes that develop, right? After it sells off on an extreme, stage 4 decline, and then stops, starts to go sideways, right? RSI is extreme, MACD goes the other way, stochastics breaks out, right? The money flow. We watch that come in, let that set up, what? Start making your move, man. Now, your move may just be to buy some shares. Like, you're going to own it for life, and you just sit around waiting on fucking stage 1s. It's just buy and hold stocks. And you're like, what do you mean? I mean, just do that. Campbell's. What does it look like to you? Stage 1. Pattern's tight. But look. Sideways up, right? Big sideways, down, and then sideways. Has it ever been here before? Yes. Did it stop there? Yes. RSI get extreme. Pretty damn close. Things turning. Hasn't broke out yet. But if we're looking at the pattern, that's stage 1. What is it worth? CPB. Let's see. They got a $49. So $10. It's 10% under. But if you own this in your buy and hold, that's when you want to buy a little. You don't have to buy a lot. You buy 2 or 3 shares. Just do it all the time. Every time it goes into a stage 1, you buy 2 or 3 shares. Set them to compound. You just start doing that. Different stocks. You're just buying stage 1s, man. And when it runs up and gets overpriced, you take a little off. Move that to a brand new stock that you found that's undervalued, right? Maybe it's Iron Mountain, IRM. Remember last year I pulled this one up? So where will we buy an Iron Mountain? Back here. Why? Because this price here got stupid cheap. So I took profits from other stocks and began to establish a position. And then with new money, I would buy any stage 1s, right? We bought that one. Oh, here we go. There's one. And then what? Now we've just been overvalued. And it's just run. So if we look at the price now, what do they say? $44. It's overpriced, man. Like, this is no longer a deal. You don't have to sell it, but I wouldn't commit a lot of money in my buy and hold account to this shit right now. It ain't a deal. I'm looking for something that's much more undervalued if I can. At least 10, maybe more. All right, man, that's it. You guys be good. Thanks, YouTube. Dude, I got my mind off the... Hope everybody can still hear me. It's all right, man. You guys be good. Appreciate you. Good trading this week. Looks like we made a little money. Hopefully we close that way, huh? Check my account. I was up a few grand. Still up a few thousand. Yeah, we're doing all right. I got that space on margin, so I'm selling a little bit. It is no reflection on space. I think it's going much higher, but I bought it on margin, and I want to take that margin down, a winner, and put it on when everybody else is a loser, right? We want to do it opposite. I want to take the margin down into winning and look to put it back on when everything gets smashed. So come off margin. If you're on margin, start taking it down. If you're in growth stocks, man, be good.